guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are a new viewer, a new subscriber, you are welcome. My name is Chat. In today's video, I'll be doing something a bit different. I'm going to be talking about the reason why I decided to school in Uganda, like my reason for coming to Uganda to school. The reason why I decided to talk about this is because I think I've met a lot of people, especially Ugandans, and whenever I meet them, the first thing they tell me is, one of the questions they ask me is, oh, why did you choose Uganda? Like, what made you come to Uganda and things like that. So I wanted to just talk about it from my own point of view, my own reason for coming to Uganda. So immediately after high school, I applied for university back home in Nigeria. So in Nigeria, how it works is that after you are done with your high school, there's this exam you have to write, that's WAEC. So you write that exam. Then after writing that exam and you make your papers, then you go ahead and write JAM. And JAM is just, you write like specific papers that you need for the specific course you want. So English is like a common paper that everybody writes. So you do like 3 other subjects depending on whatever course you wanted to go for. So for me, like I was going for nursing or medicine. I did chemistry, physics, and biology, then with English. So after that, then you now write post-UTME. Post-UTME is another exam that you write in the university that you apply for. That's just to I think like just to test you and see if you are really capable of getting admitted into that university. And so I did all that 4 times. Yeah, I wrote 4 times. I wrote JAM. Apart from WAEC, you write it just once and you are done. But for JAM and post-UTME, you have to constantly write them every year. Like if you don't get admission this year, and if you're in Nigeria, you understand what I mean. Like getting admission in Nigeria is like really, really hard. So I did the first time, like you get very excited as a first time, like you're just leaving secondary school, and I was just so excited because I was like, people I remember then they will always say things like, oh, there are people that have stayed for how many years and they've not gotten admission, and I'll be like, oh, God forbid, that's not going to be me. I'm going to finish, I'm going to get admitted like on time. So I unfortunately I wrote my WAEC. I wrote WAEC the first time. I wrote WAEC twice actually. I wrote my WAEC, but I think WAEC wasn't, based on what I remember, my WAEC result was not yet out. Because my WAEC result was not yet out, but I had written JAM. Yeah, I had written JAM and I did very well in my JAM. I got the cutoff mark for the university I was applying for then. So I was so happy about it. I even went ahead and I did my post-UTME, or I was about to write my post-UTME when my mom called me and she was like, oh yeah, your WAEC result is out and you failed chemistry. So I was just so devastated because chemistry is something that is very important. Now for WAEC, you need to at least have 5 credits. If you don't have at least 5 credits, inclusive of maths and English, you can't get admitted in any university. Like math and English is very important in order for you to be able to be considered as someone that has passed WAEC. So but like I can't apply for any medical related course without chemistry. So I was really devastated, which just goes to show that I had to write another exams again. That's like the next year. I was so devastated. But like the university I was applying for, they were like, oh yeah, you can apply for it and then we'll give you, then later you go ahead and do your WAEC and all that. That was so not true, because I applied for medicine that year, and by the time our result came out, my result was not even seen. I did everything. Like they were asking, did you do the right thing? I was like, yeah, I did the right thing. I did everything. Like I'm sure of what I did. And someone had to call me aside and they were like, yeah, the amount of people that applied for medicine were so much that like they had to look for a way to just like clear people. And like he was like, you probably won't see your results again. I cried. I know, like first year finishing high school, you have this dream of going to the university and all that. I cried that whole year. The next year I actually didn't write JAM. I didn't write jam, and I decided to go to do A levels. I went to Ilorin, Kwara State. I was there. It was really amazing. I loved being there. So I was in Kwara State for like a bit over a year. I was in my A level there, and I was there. So I decided to just take a break. My mom was like, "Yeah, just concentrate in Kwara State and do what you needed to do." So I was there. I was in my A level. I finished A level and came back. When I was there in Kwara State, I did my WAEC also again in Kwara State. So that's why if you check my WAEC result, it won't be like Kaduna State, where I'm from. It's from Kwara State, because that was where I did my WAEC the second time, because I was just there. It just only made sense. And A level is like an advanced level of high school, secondary school then. So it was easier for me. Like I literally didn't have to read so much, because most of the things I was going to go and write in the exam were things that were already taught in class. So I did that and I passed. I came back the next upper year. That's like 3 years into being at home and no admission. So I came back 3 years. I came back the next upper year after I was done with my A level, and I wrote jam again. I applied and I didn't get. I can remember that period, like I cried so badly. Then the next after that, I think it took me like, I think around 2015. That was when I came to Uganda. So 2015, I remember my mom was like, "Hey, you have to go and write jam again." I remember crying, because majority of my siblings were, even my younger ones, were already in the university, and I was the only one that was still at home. And so I just felt so depressed. And I remember, even like on that day, I was literally crying, like when I was getting ready to go and buy the form. I was like, "Oh my god, I'm going to," because there's this thing that back home during that time, that they always like make fun of people that have been writing them, that, "Oh, very soon they will make a share, give you a share, like a souvenir, because you're always registering for all that." I was just crying. I was telling my mom that they are going to give me share the next time I'm going to go back there. What. So I remember going back. I did the everything, and then she was like, "Okay, I promise you, if this year you apply for the course you want, you write your jam and your post-UTME, and you make all those, you make your points." She was like, "I promise you, we'll look for another country for you to go." So I was like, "Oh, okay." So I did everything, because I was like, okay, uh, honestly, I really wanted to do my university in Nigeria. So especially a University of Ilorin, I really loved that school. And I think because I had a lot of friends there also, so I wanted to go to that school. So but even when I applied the second time, I was like, "No, I don't really know anyone there. Just apply in another university that I'm sure of, that you can go." So we applied for the university in my state, Ahmadu Bello University, ABU. We applied for the university, and I wrote my jam, and I passed. Like I passed so well. This point, I was just so tired of applying for medicine, so I applied for nursing. So I passed so well. I was so happy. My mom was so excited. And then by the by the time for my post UTME, I wrote my post UTME, and I also passed so well. So my mom was like kind of excited about it. She was like, "Hey, that's like really a good this thing. Like there's a high possibility of you um getting admitted." But I've also been passing all the other ones. So I was like, I didn't want my hopes to be too high. I didn't want to like be so excited about it, and then later like it doesn't work out. So I was just trying to be like a bit hopeful, but like not too hopeful that when I don't get, my heart will be broken. So first list came out, second list came out, my name wasn't there, so it was remaining third list. And I think third list, they say, is it like VC's list or something? It's been a while, I don't really recall. But I remember like the guy that I knew back there that was helping me when I get there, so that, because I didn't really know the environment, he was helping me. "Oh, this is where you should go, this is where you should do." He was like, "Okay, why don't you go to your head of department," as a then in that university, to the head of department, "and maybe talk to her, maybe she can help you." So I went and I spoke to her, and then she was like, "Oh, sorry, she's an Egyptian woman actually." So she was like, um she doesn't have that authority to give people admission. And she just asked me, she just randomly asked me that, and she was like, hey, why don't you go abroad? Like, if your parents can afford for you to go and school outside, why don't you go? And she was like, you want to do nursing, it's a good cause, and you'll be exposed to different cultures, and you get to meet different people. And I just remembered what the promise my mom made that day, and I was like, okay. So I went back home and I told my mom this what happened, and it's like the chances of me getting admission is like very, I like. I just told her, like, the chances of me getting admission, I don't think I'm going to get that admission, because even the way the woman is talking, and it's just like the last list that's remaining. And my mom was like, okay, let's start looking for um schools abroad, like, just let's look for school abroad. And the first place I looked for was Ghana, but like, I just felt Ghana was so, it's so weird, but I felt Ghana was just so close to home, and I wanted something different. So I was thinking of where to school, and then I went online, and I just thought of East Africa. I just thought of East Africa, and I was like, I really don't know a lot about East Africa. I think the only country that I knew anything about in East Africa was Kenya. So I was like, oh, okay. And initially my mind was in Kenya. So I was like, okay, let me just go online and just search like good schools in East Africa. And I searched, oh, good schools in East Africa, and schools came out in Kenya and in Uganda. So my mind initially was in Kenya, because like I said earlier, I only know about Kenya. So I was like, I would rather just apply for a university in a country that at least I have like an idea of what I know about it. I applied for it, and no, I didn't apply for it. We're in the process of, my mom was like, we are going to contact the school, this and this and that. And I think that was the year that, I think in Kenya they had that massive shooting um, in a university. So my mom freaked out about it, and she was like, no, I want you to be in a place that I will not be so worried about you. Like, I know that the place is secure, it's safe. And so Uganda popped up as one of those universities. So I was like, okay, let me check the university. So I kept checking, and we realized that the university I had initially started when I came to Uganda, that university they had agents in Nigeria. So she was like, oh, that's so nice. We can call them, we can communicate with them, like, with getting admission. So that was how I got admission in Uganda. And I just, after I got my admission letter, I went and got my visa. I booked my flights, ending of, that was around September of 2015. And the rest is history. I'm here in Uganda. um uh, the story about how I got to Uganda is another funny and very funny story. Excuse me, that will be for another day. But yeah, that was how I actually came to Uganda. A lot of people always ask me, they're like, oh, did you know anyone here? No, I didn't. Google did that for me. I honestly just went on Google and searched for schools. And I don't know why I chose East Africa. Honestly speaking, I don't know why, but like, I don't know. Something was like, oh yeah, just try East Africa. And I did. And here I am in Uganda. So that was how I got admitted into, that was how I started schooling in Uganda. And so yeah, that's the story. So guys, that is it. If you have been to, if you're a foreigner and you're in Uganda, let me know how in the comment section you were, like, how you got to Uganda. If you knew someone, or maybe your story is as weird and as crazy as mine, just let me know in the comment section. And then also, you guys, please, if you found this video helpful or entertaining in any way, please just subscribe. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers by the end of this year. Please just subscribe, and also like if you find this video helpful, and also click on the notification bell, just so you get notified every time I upload a new video. And I think that is it for this video. Also, if you have any question for me that I have not like in relation to this that I haven't spoken about, you can also write it down in the comment section. I read every comment, guys, like every comment. I read every comment. So let's chat in the comment section if you are okay with that. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe. And my next video will be kind of interesting. It's Christmas video, and I'm really interested about, I love Christmas. Christmas is my favorite holiday. So I'm really excited about it. So my next video is going to be Christmas related. So let's meet in my next video. You guys should have a wonderful day and see you in the next one. Bye.